I don't know how to fix this. I'm just trying anything.
Right.
So,
This
stream.
duped you.
Vince is here and Bacon Steak to Go is here.
True.
They say they got us. I fixed it.
You fixed it.
This new technology.
I think I fixed it.
You didn't do nothing.
I fixed it.
What did you do? You
I
did
fixed
nothing.
I think they just duped you again. I think that's becoming a JJR trick. Is
No,
that whoever
I-
gets in the chat says, "Hey, volume's not working," so they see you go like this.
No,
and
no,
then
no.
They're just like, just playing.
No, I forgot to plug that mic in.
Well,
And
okay, now the truth comes out.
And I plugged it in halfway.
Roasted.
And then I forgot on this new thing, once you change the
change
settings,
it.
you have to send it to live.
Send it live.
Yeah. Vince Mora wants can I get a "My hand is a vampire" and he sees blood in Dracula voice. Your most famous line from the show.
No idea what he's talking about.
Come on, give it to him.
You'll get vampire throughout the show, Jim. That's how you keep them listening.
All right. It is an exciting day for
Is
us.
your bed made?
Is your sweater on?
Vampire Weekend. It's a vampire episode.
Do you want to fuck? Like you know I do. Kind of creepy. Anyway. It feels so unnatural.
Unless it's mutual.
Yeah, that's fine. Unless she says yes. If she says yes, it's not creepy at all.
Exactly.
I'm so glad you asked. I do want to fuck.
Yeah.
And my sweater is on, but you can see me. So
Yeah.
that was a weird question.
It's confusing. We talked about Saved by the Bell. Do people want to hear that now? Was that when the mics were off?
We were talking. Well, the podcast people have been listening to us the whole time.
Right. That's true. So sorry in the chat. You missed a song by Zach Morris, and then we talked some Saved by the Bell. Yeah, I don't know. All time.
I was a big Saved by the Bell fan. Not as it happened because I was too young, but middle school, Illinois, 6th, 8th grade, I remember I would wake up early, and then as I ate cereal in my kitchen, I'd watch an episode of Saved by the Bell.
Huge rerun show. I mean, never watched it in order or anything like that.
Never watched it in order. But
Was there an order? Did they even film it in order?
Oh, yeah, it was weird because there was that one season when Scientologists, they filmed it in order. That's good, right? That Scientologist girl that's now exposing Scientology,
Sure.
she sounds like she's from Brooklyn, but she's born and raised in L.A.
Leah Remini.
Leah Remini.
Mr.
She was on the season where they work at the summer, where they work at the summer club.
Right.
And then
the summer eps.
No, they're not as bad as the college eps.
Right, but still, you've gone too far. And it was fun, and they're in bathing suits and stuff. But that was the point of the show. Then it was like, oh, does Slater just take it? Woo! Like you normally get one of those mixed in, like Slater'd come back from the football game in his half shirt, and you get like, yeah, Slater's hot. The beach episodes were just a hot contest. Like, that's basically what they said. They all wanted to go from, except for Screech, they all wanted to go from, high school characters to, sex symbols. And that's all that was.
Probably good for the franchise, but there was one beach episode where they had built sandcastles that I always remember liking.
You're a big sandcastle guy.
Used to be, yeah.
Yeah.
You used to be able to walk on the beach here at night. If you walked, when we went to the beach at 5 o'clock and starts clearing out,
Right.
If you walked, you could see some pretty cool sand designs before they got ruined by the beach Zamboni.
Right.
But I don't know. How was your day yesterday, Jake?
Day yesterday was pretty good, Jim.
Do you feel nervous having to rank your days when you and I have spent the entire day together?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't want to let me down?
So wrecked. But, I mean, for Tuesday, I mean, we took a lot of the Tuesday out of it, being together, getting work done. And, I mean, our Yanks went nuclear last night. Arguably the best Yankee win of the season.
Yeah. No, yeah.
The biggest series of the year. That's what people are saying.
It is the biggest series for the Yankees this year, and I do
Yeah.
think that's one of the biggest wins.
Yeah, and it was huge. If they lost that, you looked at me about an hour after, and you're like, holy smokes, literally, thank God they won. Not actually the big man upstairs, but because we have our event today, so the stadium would have been on edge. The Yankees season kind of would have been on edge. If the Yankees lost yesterday and then the rest of this series goes ugly, they could be in a dogfight for the AL East the rest of the
Still
season.
got 2 games left. So, but yesterday was necessary.
But still, like you can now, if you win one of the next 2 games, you split, and if you win today, which they will, because we're going to be in the building, then all the pressure is now on the Rays, because it goes back to the Rays being like, we almost got beat 4 games. So, all in all, yesterday was a pretty good day. No Tuesday weirds. Had a nice post office trip. Always get nervous at the post office.
You delayed it. I thought I was like, is Jake getting nervous?
Well, I was doing stuff. I know. But and I was living in absolute fucking fear of the post office.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But
no,
the post office
I knew I was gonna like this post office because I just get when there's a crowd and there's people running around. The one person post office in the summer beach town, I knew was going to be pretty low key. Oh, okay. I'll give my day 7-1, fighting all the Tuesday gods.
That might be your highest Tuesday ever.
It easily is. It might be my highest Tuesday by a point.
We can ask Artie. He's going to be with us today at our event.
But Jim, I asked a question that's always been on my mind. So all right. People, if you don't know the East Coast, I'm sure a lot of you do, but picture the one woman that works at the Jersey Beach Town post office, and that's who it was. I mean,
she's nice,
super nice, friendly. She's gonna talk to you. Very East Coast. So we build up a little rat, and she knows that I'm associated with the O'Brien boys. She asked if I was a brother. I said no, they're brothers. I said I'm too handsome. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, that's kind of rude, lady. I asked her a question that's always been on my mind. I was like, is this job super hard to get? Because she's in a beach town, like a nice location. And, like, that's always blown my mind. Like, why would you take...
Did she say, no, I'm married to the owner?
Why would you take, like, the post office job in, like, Nacogdoches, Texas? Sorry for all our Nacogdoches listeners. Like, when there's, like, these cool... I've seen some badass post offices, like in Aspen and stuff. Or, like... so, basically, it's just this kind of overwhelming thought. Like, if you're going to do this, do it in a badass town. So, I was like, hey, this has always been on my mind. Like... Does it, for like this position, does it take a while to get here? Because this is awesome. You're living in a really cool town. And she was like, yeah, it took me 30 years to get here.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, that, and she's like, I'm not giving it up. She's like, she said she had 30 bosses in 25 years leading up to this. The fact you're counting bosses gets scary. So yeah, that's a little talking post offices.
Anytime you got a Tuesday and a post office trip, you expect a low score, but it's your highest score ever.
Yeah, but I mean, we're Jersey Beach Week.
Had some pizza.
Event week.
Went in the ocean. Got a good amount done.
Went in the ocean. Got a good amount done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 7-3, just because I want to be higher than you.
Right, and you should be.
That Didi home run, I stomped. That's what I do. I'm a stomper in celebration.
Stomper. Yeah. You are a screamer, but it's weird. Like it's
I looked that up because there was one other game where I screamed.
It's not a celebratory scream. You're kind of screaming at the opposing team's pitcher. I'll get away from the mic, but you paw, you stomp, you go arms up, stomp. And then you just go, oh! It's just kind of like it's not a woohoo or it's not like a D. It feels targeted at the other team.
No, it's a release of it's not a celebration. You can see it when Judge homered in the wild card game. It's because I have that reaction because I was on Periscope, and a lot of people that watch Periscope probably know it's more of a release than a celebration. Like
release is a good word for it.
Yeah. That Didi home run was a huge, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I looked it up because I know I tweeted, that was my loudest celebration of the year once, and it was on May 10th.
May 10th.
Tweeted, that was my loudest celebration of the year. I woke my dog up. It was also, my deaf dog. It was also versus the Rays. And it was Ottavino double plate turn behind him.
And And yeah, it took tune into Talking Yanks, but I mean the Yankees came back the game before and there was like 30 minutes of bliss, but then they blew it in the ninth. So Didi hitting that follow-up home run took any chance of that out. Because, like, dude, imagine if we got deflated again. Imagine if they won in the ninth again after we came back again. Like, that would have been rock bottom before our event. Instead, World Series back on.
Rusty just DM'd me and said, if tonight's game gets rained out, seems like a real chance. Is your event tomorrow then? I said, no idea. Not thinking about that.
We don't
Rusty.
schedule the games, which I know a lot of people have been wondering. So, yeah. And weather doesn't look that bad. I think it's pretty hilarious that you have been on, and rightfully so, what's it called in ancient Europe? Jesus, those words have never been said. A crusade against the weatherers this year on the internet. The baseball weatherers. Oh, it's a rain out today.
Oh, people love predicting.
Oh boy, here comes the rain. I think it's actually fitting and beautiful that the day in our event that there are some rumors of rain. I think we're gonna be beautiful, and I think you gonna be beautiful too.
I think something funny just happened. This might be too Yankee centric for Jomboy Jick Radio.
Sure.
Scranton Rail Riders posted a tweet that was like the face
app. Face
app
app has swept the country.
They did it with Clint Frazier
Sorry.
as their main pick, and he just responded, "Why?" And in my head, he's really bad.
Yes.
He's like,
turning my swag down.
"Why'd you do this? I look bad."
Oh, he's totally mad.
Now you're coming at me too?
Yeah.
Did Cashman make you do this?
Man, chip on your shoulder.
All right. We did our days. We did the music. Sports? We have an event today. That's if you didn't know, we are hosting our first event at the stadium. Talking Yanks at the stadium. It's I think we got 40 people going. We were very tepid to run our first event. We didn't know how many people to get. We sold out fairly quickly. We're very excited. It's all you can eat, all you can drink for 90 minutes. And then pretty nice seats for the game. Not bleacher seats, but we're in, like, it's box seats, left field box seats.
Yeah.
I never sat over there. Right field box seats is my favorite spot. I've never sat left field box seats.
I don't know if I've sat in left field either.
Yeah.
We've been out there for spring training. Like, that's a nice hangout area in Tampa, but we haven't been out there for a game in the stadium. I feel like they need like a nickname. Because you got the bleacher creatures in right. I mean, they're well known. I think it's like the cleachers, like the left field creatures. I don't know.
Something's wrong with their plumbing
We'll
here.
work on it.
I think it's, they call them the left field losers. That's what the right field box seats call them.
Then it's right where I need to be.
Yeah, there you go. All right, still don't have a soundboard because my laptop's still broken, but let's go to the sport. Jake Storielli with the sports update.
Jimmy, everyone knows it's a big time in the sports year outside of baseball, so let's start there. World Series of Poker. We've got a winner, $10 million to a gentleman. I think his last name or first name is Enson. So happy for him. Glad he finally came through and won in the big game. The other big sports news outside of baseball, Jim, Dion Waiters, professional NBA player, is now bragging that he's in shape. So that's pretty impressive stuff from Dion. We're happy for you. And Jim, your baseball around the horn. We mentioned the Yanks. If you don't know, now you know. Yanks scored 6 runs in the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th. Dramatic comeback. 2 big home runs by the Judge and Sir Didi Gregorius. That was very cool. The Phillies and Dodgers played an awesome game. They swapped 3 spots in the 9th. Dodgers took the lead from the Phils. Phils came back and won it. And then Marisnik, if you remember a couple weeks back, ran over the catcher, LaCroix. They played the Angels again. He gets hit in the back. There's a little mini snafu. And then, Jim, the biggest news in the sporting news and the real news coming together. Frank Robb, a gentleman from Florida, came to Chicago to catch Chance the Snapper, the alligator that was on the loose in Chicago. And then he got to throw out the first pitch at Wrigley.
He caught the alligator?
Caught the gator.
What was his technique? That was a Sports Minute.
He fished for it.
So they knew where the alligator was?
So he found it. So the alligator was in a body of water. I don't think it was one of the Great Lakes, but I think it was a large area. Like, they couldn't...
Oh, that gator did.
Oh, that gator did. So Frank Robb at 1:30 in the morning...
Frank Robb is...
He saw the eyes.
I actually don't like it. You'd think I'd like that name. I don't like it.
He saw the eyes. 2 first names. Nobody likes 2 first names.
Sometimes it's cool.
He saw the eyes, and he said, all right. And so he just casted a fishing line with some meat on it. Said it went down quick, and caught the gator.
No one in Chicago knew how to do this?
No.
There's no people that fish in Chicago?
Do you know how to do this?
It sounds like my guess of how to do it would have been just what you said, putting meat on a line.
So would you do it, though?
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Picture of the people of Chicago.
I used to live
How
there.
many gator catchers do you think live in Chicago?
7. They're all busy, though. Contracted out.
I don't think so. I don't think there's 7 people that identify as alligator catchers in Chicago.
Chicago proper, we're talking. I was just thinking Illinois.
Chicago.
Okay. Because you go to Illinois, you definitely got some people.
I don't know. Are there gators in Illinois?
There's a lot of lakes.
Here we go.
There's got to be some.
Are there alligators in Illinois?
I'm watching the Marisnik hit. The hit by pitch. I don't like it.
Really?
They threw at his head.
I thought it got him in the back, right?
Yeah, but it was shoulder height, which is too close. I'm all for hitting him if that's what Lucroy wanted. But do it right. Get him in the thigh or the butt. You know.
Yeah, I want to watch it again because I watched it the first time and I didn't have a problem with it, but maybe I missaw. Because I'm. And check in with Talking Baseball because I'm sure this
Slide on over.
This will be a topic.
Slide on.
I've got it coming up on my screen.
All right, the second slow mo is I don't know, just too high. You're living dangerously. Like it ended up not hitting him in the head, but the slow mo shot. I have it. You know what?
Yeah, it's a little high. That's fair. If Marisnik doesn't know how to get out of the way of that pitch, you're having a really bad time.
Yeah.
So I can agree with that. The whole thing turns into part of the problem with baseball because I think intern Luke is actually working on the breakdown right now. The whole thing got escalated, what's wrong with baseball? Guys were chirping from the bench, and then the bullpens came sprinting out in a situation that should have been nothing. You're absolutely right. The pitch was too high.
Yeah.
Hit him in the lower back, whatever.
Yeah.
But Marisnik does, I guess he does a good job. It hits him in the shoulder. He goes up to first. He doesn't say anything because he knows, and he felt sorry about the thing from the start.
Yeah.
But now baseball escalates everything, and Hinch pissed me off with his quotes after the game because he's like, "Oh well, what's my guy supposed to do? It was an accident." And he's like, players play in this gray area of baseball. Well, Hinch, you're part of the gray area problem now because if you were on the other side, you'd be defending your guy because you're gonna defend your guy no matter what because that's your job as a manager.
Yeah.
So now you're making the problem worse. So that's go check out Talking Baseball if you like hearing Poppy Gordo get hot like that.
Yeah, we this one I haven't done yet, a breakdown, but Luke's working on it right now, and I'm watching it for the first time now, and it looks like Marisnik's the good guy. He tells his bench, go back.
Yeah.
We're not doing it. I fucking hurt Lucroy. I feel bad about it. They threw at me. That's fair. I think it's fair, but it was a little high for my liking because I don't know this pitcher. I don't know if he has pinpoint control.
Sure.
Maybe he was aiming low and missed high, and that's okay.
That was the miss.
That was the miss. And it's well, thank God you were aiming low then. Who knows? But that's a little close. But then the Astros bench chirping that's too high. It's all natural. They just need to... I like the benches clearing because I do breakdowns on it.
Sure.
But yesterday, we'll pivot to CeCe and Abisail Garcia.
Right.
I hate when I post these breakdowns and everyone's like, baseball is such a pussy sport. This is what's wrong with baseball. Every human has been in an argument that CC and Avisail Garcia. You talking to me?
Yeah.
No.
The
I am now.
We're looking.
Now
at
we're
each
talking.
other.
Yeah. It's like, and then that's not a baseball thing. That's just like a guys who don't want to fight but need to be like aggressive enough. Like, I'm not talking to you, but I'm not scared to talk to you.
And
that's so normal.
Baseball fights suck, and that's fine. They're still better than basketball fights.
According to Twitter, they're not. Like everyone,
No, basketball fights are some of the saddest stuff you'll ever
uncoordinated. Basketball
see.
players,
The most athletic guys in the world. And they rarely get to the point where they swing.
I'm over basketball players being the most athletic. They can run fast and jump high. You put any item in their hand and tell them to hit another item.
They're not the most skilled. They're the most athletic.
Yeah, it's just this new term of athletic. Like, an athlete is someone who can play multiple sports. I think basketball players can play the least amount of... I think you can put a baseball player or a hockey player in any other sport, and they can look normal. You take a basketball player out of basketball, I think they look the funkiest. So for, like, the old school original term of athlete, I think they're not. They can run and jump fast.
Well, when you get into the freaks, I mean, that's where things become a problem. Like, everyone saw the video that went around of Giannis trying to hit a baseball.
Yeah.
And
Every baseball player would look more natural shooting a basketball than Giannis looked swinging a baseball bat.
Right, but I mean, we're getting into some tricky stuff there, because, I mean, show me any 6'11" guy that can swing a baseball bat. I mean, that's part of the problem. And show me, and then they'd go back and be like, all right, Altuve, your turn to dunk. Like, you could do that game all day.
I know,
and that just gets into a tricky area.
Athletic has swifted the...
I think basketball people would come at you and say that they would be better football players than a lot of other baseball players.
Maybe. I don't think on the whole. No.
I think so. Well, it turns into the freak thing again.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Once you get into the guys that are 6'9" and up, that they only play one sport, you have to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Because basketball was the sport they have to play.
They're awkward, everything else.
The guys in that other range, I think they're the most.
It all depends, though, because some of them you put something in their hands and say hand-eye coordination with this, and they look terrible.
Right, but the counter-argument would be if they got to do that from their youth with a stick, that they'd be more athletic.
Maybe. But the term athletic has definitely changed in our lifetime to now just mean who can run faster and jump higher.
Yes.
Which is not like the origin of the term. It's just who can play more sports.
Kinda.
Yeah. Athletes play sports. But yeah.
Athleticism.
I had a friend who used to say he was more athletic than me because he could run faster, and I was like, dude, I mean, I know I can beat you in every sport, and you know that too.
Right.
So I'm more athletic than you, but you're faster than me, sure. You can jump higher than me,
Athleticism is the physical qualities that are characteristics of athletes, such as strength, fitness, and agility.
Yeah.
So what you should have told that person is, you should be a better athlete than me, but for some reason I just beat you at every sport.
Because I have good hand-eye coordination.
Because you're stronger, faster, and more agile.
Yep.
But I just beat you at every sport. So you're a terrible athlete.
I'm better at sports.
You're better at sports.
Which is being athletic, originally.
Kinda.
Yeah. Anyway, where did this conversation start from?
Tough to say. Fights. Baseball fights into basketball fights. All pathetic.
The CC one was funny yesterday. I liked it. And it worked. It woke up the entire crowd. DJ hits a home run next, and I'm not going to say DJ was a result of CC, but I'll say the combination of the two.
Yeah.
If you just had DJ's homer, the crowd gets woken up a little bit, but the combination of two, because when Avisail Garcia had to go play right field after the spat with CC, the crowd was just fucking on him, which had to be funny. And you could hear the entire right field of Yankee Stadium like getting on him. And then the rest of the stadium heard that. They start cheering. It had a ripple effect. I mean, it really, really did.
It really did, especially we talked about, for the Yankees, it really was a big game. The offense was starting to get questions, and now all of that is gone. And I'm trying to think, the Phillies-Dodger game was a lot of fun, and it was pretty funny. I saw our dude, Craig Calcaterra, who's the lead sports writer at NBC Sports, he got burnt because the Phillies blew the lead to the Dodgers, And what else happened? Neris, their guy, threw at one of the Dodgers or something like that.
Yeah, he got ejected. Well, Dodgers were losing 6-5.
Right.
Neris, I don't know how you say his name, had 2 men on, and Matt Beatty. What was our friend's name? Beatty hits a home run. I think it's his 3rd home run of the season. 3-run shot to take the lead. Freeze is up next. Fastball, very similar to the Marisnik one, at his shoulders, back of the head type deal. Ump immediately throws him out. It was a fastball. So yesterday, it was an off-speed pitch in the leg in a blowout. This is a game-changing home run. So, who knows? That's why fastball, who knows? So he gets throws him out right away. I kind of don't really have a problem with the ump doing that.
Yeah. It's clearly a sad boy hit by pitch.
Yeah, and if he issues a warning, then the Dodgers are going to be pissed because they can't retaliate.
Right.
And this squashes that completely.
Yeah.
So, dude, the ejection's where I'm halfway through reading the lips. Kapler comes out, and he's kind of calm because he's already been ejected 3 times, and the third was yesterday. Last season, he got ejected no times. He's like, I don't want this to be my rap.
Right.
But then he's like, but Philly would like it if I am. So he's in this weird spot. Anyway, he's like, his point is, he says, for throwing at him, you threw him out, and the ump's like, yeah, that was my call.
Right.
He's like, that's fucking bullshit. You didn't just throw him out for throwing at him. I don't know what Kapler means by that, but that's what he says. And the ump's like, no, that's the main reason I threw him out.
Yeah.
I don't know what he means. I think he means maybe because it was all of yesterday's fiasco. I don't know.
Yeah, just maybe trying to coerce the ump that he's gotten too much roped into the drama of this series or something like that. Yeah.
And then he gets tossed, and Kapler goes, "Oh no, I'm gone." And the ump's like, the ump was pretty calm. Good job with it. He's like, yeah. Well.
Gabe Kapler's got a WWE career coming because he likes to throw the arms and look at the crowd.
No, but he's like, it's not intimidating.
No,
it's
WWE.
I saw all these Philly fans come on my mentions, and they're so Philly, but I agree with them 100%. They're like, fake muscles, puss bag. Philly, we have real muscles. We use them.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you suck.
Yeah, I don't want to hype those guys because they're why didn't Kapler punch the ump in the neck?
No. But Kapler the way he looks would tell you he acts one way, and then he acts the way the Cardinals manager looks.
Right.
Like, his actions are that of, like, a submissive boy.
Well,
that's been wronged.
In the baseball after that, the Phillies put a rally together, including Rice Harper.
Yeah.
Calcaterra, NBC sports writer, he goes, imagine being a Phillies fan. And then 10 minutes later, he's like, well, he's like, still imagine. But, so I guess good for the Phillies. Should be an interesting game there today. That could become a mess.
Talking baseball on Friday, we're gonna have to get all this under control. A lot is happening. Cashner made his debut in Blood. Well, that's all talking baseball.
Yeah, that's baseball.
Yeah. Any other sports besides baseball?
Not really, man. It was a real hole yesterday.
All right, let's go into halftime. That's the half. So we're on the new YouTube channel. Anyone listening on the podcast app, I really appreciate you because we appreciate the podcast app. And we're like 3 reviews away from 100 reviews, which I've been dying for on Jomboy and Jake Radio. So if you listen on the iTunes podcast app and you haven't given a review yet, the next 3 mean a whole lot to me because 100 makes us anyone perusing. Anyone like we put Marisnik in the tags, a little behind the scenes. So we put Marisnik in the tags. Someone's like, I want to hear about this Marisnik talk. People do that. They just search the podcast app. It's kind of odd. They find our podcast. They're like, the first thing they're going to do is how many reviews does this have? Because if it has like less than 20, it's not a real show. In my brain. I think most people's brains. Over 100. It's like, oh.
That's your trigger.
It's the first bar. Talking Yanks is
a trigger.
Waiting for 1,000. But yeah, so next 3 would be great. But we are going to be doing these live we've been doing them live forever. But now we have like this better technology, this new format, and it's going to be live on the Jomboy Jake Radio YouTube channel, which we moved over today for the first time. And there are 12 people watching us, which is less than like the 80 we've been having on the old YouTube. But a lot of those people would come in and they didn't like listen to the show. They just
do a breakdown. We'll still get an ep of the week or something up there, but
Yeah, I think every Wednesday or Thursday we're going to go on the main channel just so we can keep promoting this show. But the 12 people hanging out with us now, I think like 20 have come and gone. Like, we appreciate it. Thank you for
Appreciate you.
Thank you for making the move. Please subscribe to this channel. Because once you get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, that means big things for your channel. Another little behind-the-scenes tidbit.
Damn.
Otherwise, I wouldn't care. Just listen and enjoy. But hey, look, King Carter's in the chat.
Yeah.
Just for that, I might get him a Drain video.
Wow.
Just because he moved over.
Yeah.
No, he's a real fan now. Because he likes the Drain videos. I don't know if he was ironic or not. Maybe I'll do a Drain video for
El
King Carter.
Chapo sentenced to life.
He hadn't been?
No.
What? Didn't he like already do this?
Well, I
Let's
mean,
go into the
he
news.
already did
We'll do part of the
Yeah.
news. What's in the news?
I heard the news today. Oh boy.
And then the news was rather sad.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A ramen shop in Okinawa bans Japanese customers due to poor manners. Where's Okinawa? Canada or Japan? That's my only two guesses.
Okinawa?
Okinawa?
Yeah,
Oh, why am I saying that wrong? Why? How could they ban? They're in. Okay, we'll dive into that later.
Okay.
A Texas prisoner who gouged his own eyes out with a spoon is now suing because someone should have been watching him. Good call by him. A giant jellyfish was spotted by a diver off the English coast, Jake. The creature is as big as a human, who range in sizes so much, so I don't really know what that means. If you flush drugs down the toilet, you could be creating meth gators. The cops are telling people, please quit flushing your meth down the toilet. Just do it.
Just use your mouth.
Save the gators. Use your meth. Brazilian shoppers discover cocaine in their washing powder. I thought that was just life. And a man caught smuggling drugs under his wig was caught. End headline.
Right.
What's in the news today? Oh, boy. And also, El Chapo sentenced to life.
Yeah.
I didn't know that well. I could have sworn he should have been sentenced to life. You ever seen his tunnels?
I haven't seen his tunnels.
So he hires like Berkeley grads to when he escaped from prison.
Sure.
They built that tunnel. It was like a coal mine tunnel. Like they laid tracks and they had a little wooden cart that he could push on the tracks like the wagon
That's
train,
smart.
Oregon Trail.
A lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people just want the tunnel to get out.
Yeah, then
But some good transport.
they're like, El Chapo, we built you the tunnel. You're free to escape.
That's next level.
What do I got to crawl? I
You
ain't
want
crawling.
me to walk out of this tunnel?
Build me a track. I'm going to wheel. So
My
they did that.
cardio's terrible.
So I think he hires like Berkeley grads to build his tunnels. Or maybe he sends people to Berkeley to learn how to build tunnels.
Something that makes more sense.
Yeah, so he got sentenced to life, so we got more
Feels
tunnels
like
coming.
that feels like what a lot of that doesn't seem like what Berkeley grads are looking for when they get out.
Yeah, but
College was fun. What's on the job market? Oh, El Chapo's hiring.
can you Google El Chapo tunnel escape?
El Chapo tunnels.
How El Chapo builds his tunnels. And, yeah, they're like famous tunnels, man. And I think he hires architects.
Smart.
It's really smart. But why would you do that? He has to send architects because you're right. Like, you graduate from Berkeley, you don't just... Oh, okay. I got some pictures here. I'll put them. See, this is the new technology, Jake, that
New
we
technology.
can... I'm producing eventually. Like, if we get an office somewhere,
Okay.
I'm going to get a producer so I don't have to do this.
Right.
But I'm going to... Do you see the tunnels? They're fucking cool, man. Do you see them?
No. They're not on my screen.
Wow, you didn't Google El Chapo tunnel?
I did, but I thought you were bringing them on the screen. I thought that was a whole thing you were just talking about.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were watching the thing. I
You just
forgot.
told me you were going to put it on the screen.
Well, it's taken me a while, so I thought you could see them. Fill the
Okay.
time.
Okay, El Chapo tunnel escapes. Looks like there's some good YouTube videos. Yeah, we got like a motorbike. Looks like ABC News did a whole thing. I'd watch it. It was like 5 minutes. Anything over that, I'm probably not gonna.
Yeah, Vice did it. All right, here's the YouTube crew. Here's a tunnel. Look at that. Look at that, like... Oh, it's like it's a tricycle motorcycle
Yeah, man.
type thing. Badass.
El Chapo, kind of badass.
That is pretty cool.
Prison for life. Until he gets out.
Yeah, I mean, he either dies in prison, right, or escapes in a week. Either of those things have to happen in the first 2 weeks. Here's another picture of the tunnels.
You're putting 2 weeks on it.
He either escapes in a month or dies in 2 weeks, because either the authorities have to hire someone inside to kill him so he doesn't escape,
Right.
or they don't do that, which is dumb, and he escapes. I mean,
I think I would go over under a year. I would go over. If it was 2 years, I'd go under. So I've got a tight 1 year window. You've got a tight window. I respect the hell out of you.
Is he in the U.S.? Because I remember the U.S. was prosecuting him.
I think he's in the States, yeah.
So that's going to be tough. Yeah, you gotta.
They might do some isolation stuff with him. I don't know.
If you think you're just keeping Chapo locked up for the rest of his life, you're dumb in the head.
I mean, he's gonna die at some point. I'm giving him a year.
A year to escape or get murdered?
I think right after a year or so, he gets murdered.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Depends how much the prisoners respect and fear him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It'd be awesome if, like, there wasn't that and he went into prison and was just, like, bottom bitch, like, right away.
Well, no, it's nuts. I mean, prisons normally, they form their crews in there, from what I know. That's Jakey Prisons talking. Tough if you're, like, the leader, if there's, like, the Latin crew in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think El Chapo comes in and is like, hey, got some bad news. I'm the leader now. Or do you think he has no pull?
I think he's got all the pull in the world.
I think he's got all the pull. So I think that sucks, because there's probably some guy that's grinded at this prison for 15, 20 years to become the leader of that crew. And then El Chapo comes in and is like, hey, buddy, look at the resume, you know?
Yeah.
Do you want the people to vote? Because you're not going to like how it turns out.
You want to be in my tunnel?
Here's the deal. You could be my number 2, or we could vote and have this out right now.
Yeah.
So you just take the number 2 spot and roll.
Yeah. Smart.
Okay. Prison 101 by Jake.
So we have a request in the chat, Jake.
Okay.
And I'm very happy with the people that have moved over to the new YouTube with us.
The real ones.
The real ones. So I'm going to reward them. It's Brian Azevedo, and he listened to Laughs from the Past yesterday, which I tried to tell the people. It's a great app. Go listen to it. The assassination of Julius Caesar and the backfire. And he says, any chance I could get a proper orator form demo. I've been working on it all night, but I'm missing something. So I'm going to need you to read the Giant Jellyfish headline in your Roman orator voice.
Ooh, okay. Some free marketing here for Laughs from the Past. So, Giant Jellyfish headline?
Yeah. Which Jake stumbled into, he'd be a great Roman orator.
There's been a giant jellyfish spotted by a diver off the English coast. The creature is as big as a human. Maximus! Maximus! Maximus!
Jellyfish!
I was going to get there.
You were there. Yeah, so there you go.
Starting to smell again.
You just showered, no?
No.
Oh, you're not a morning shower?
No. I can be. Okay. I guess I'm not anymore.
Yeah, I don't remember you.
If there was a real, like, if we're office world 6 months, I would be a morning shower.
Okay.
Because wake up, come in.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Gonna be in the same place for...
Even working at home, I can't drop my morning shower. It's a necessity.
See, I'm a wake up, get it, and then normally work out, shower, ready for that Yankees match, run it back.
I can't, like, do stuff in the middle of my day usually. Like, we've been going to the beach, and that's nice, but that's a quick thing.
Why is this jellyfish thing a story? I already thought I knew that there's, like, big jellyfish.
In the Colorado rivers?
What'd you just say?
No,
I don't know. One of the animals I'm the most scared of is a Portuguese man of war.
Did you see the video? It is not.
Oh my god.
It is.
We're done talking about
not
jellyfish.
The size of a human.
Glad someone requested the Greek order voice, because that could have gotten ugly quick.
I mean, that's just like, sadly, that's not
It's just a jellyfish.
It's just a jellyfish.
I'm not impressed. If I saw that in an aquarium, I would just turn to the person next to me and say, "Nice jellyfish, huh?"
Yeah. Jake, you know what I just found?
And they'd say, "Please stop following me and talking to my family about the animals."
You know what I just found out?
What'd you just find?
On this new technology, I can put my screen, like I can have it constantly so my screen on my computer is a shot, and then whenever I want to show them what we're looking at, I just slide it over for the live viewers.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. This is getting real deal over here with this tech.
Yeah, we love it.
Don't go to school for anything. You can learn it all on Google.
Bucket list for anyone that goes to Dallas. Go to the Dallas Aquarium, because the first 2 floors where you, and it's like one of those, it's not a Trader Joe's. What's a grocery store where you have to walk a certain way?
Stu Leonard's.
Stu Leonard's.
Yeah.
The Dallas Aquarium is like a Stu Leonard's. Like you have to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
The first 2 floors is all birds.
Oh, fuck that.
At the aquarium. Not a joke. Zero humor, sir.
So to get to the aquarium, you have to work through
2 floors of birds.
What's a bird aquarium called? There's a aviary,
Ovaries.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it was shocking.
There's no skip the bird section?
Like we went, my buddy Ev Apps, is he a marine biologist? I don't know. He's like a real scientist. Like he got a master's from Clemson in like science stuff.
That can mean so many things.
Yeah, but it's like animal related.
It can mean you're working on curing cancer, or it can mean you're documenting the growth of slugs.
He's like animal focused. He did something about lizards in a climate. I don't know. But either way,
they like it hot.
They were in Dallas, and we needed like a sober-ish activity. So we're like, let's go. Like this is actually going to be badass with Ev Apps. We'll probably have a couple fun facts. So we go, and the first section is birds, and we're like, hilarious. Birds welcome you into the aquarium.
Yeah.
I love a good joke. We do the first floor. Still birds. So then we're like, wow, they've really got us. Bird floor. 2 floors of birds. The transition was there was a bird in a cage with a giant snake, which we had so much fun with.
Why a giant snake?
There's so many good jokes that come from that.
Why'd the bird have a snake?
Excuse me. I have been looking at all these other birds in this aquarium, and they seem to be flying free with other birds. I am caged with a snake.
Oh, I was picturing a bird holding a snake and like it was an accident.
No.
They just put a bird and a snake in the same
Giant
cage?
snake tank with a bird in it.
Denver aquariums, I think it was...
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas, okay. Okay.
Were you gonna come at Stoners or something like that?
No, I was just going to come at the Denver aquarium, but it's Dallas.
Yo, and I know you and I, like, people love saying we're drunk or high all the time because we have eyes on a camera, and that's just like a go-to internet joke. Dude, I'm starting to hit my tipping point because I get that, like, it's just people making a lame joke and we're silly.
It's basically the how's the weather of posting on my Twitter videos or Instagram. How lit are you right now? Are you drunk?
I saw someone was doing one of those kind of like half serious, half clickbaity internet questions, and they said, why wouldn't NASA be located in Denver if you're a mile closer to getting out of the atmosphere? And I was like, wow, that's a really good question. So I started reading the comments, and someone said like, oh, it was politics in the 50s and 60s that they built them in Texas and Florida. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. The other answer I heard was they wanted to do it over water just in case there was accidents. And I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. The most liked comment was, rockets and weed? Whoa, sign me up. And I was like, God damn it, people, be better.
Yeah.
Just be better.
I think it's young people that still think it's like so taboo or like...
See, I think it's the opposite. I think it's old people.
Yeah.
I think it's people that are like early 50s and are like, I'm on Twitter. I get it. And they still think, like, weed is part of the devil's spawn. And they're like, oh, I know what these people want to read. Click.
When I said on this radio show, like, I started smoking for the first time at 30 years old,
right.
My dad was like, Sue, my mom's name.
Yeah.
Sue, can you say that?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be saying that.
No.
Anyway, I finally figured out the technology to show you guys the jellyfish from 5 minutes ago.
It's like the most normal jellyfish I've ever seen.
But it's pretty cool that I can share my screen with them. We're like real YouTube streamers now.
Yeah.
Everyone that watches us on YouTube probably watches so many other people that do this every day.
Right.
And I'm
Not
here like,
impressed.
look what I can do. I can show you my screen.
Here's a picture. Okay, man. Chill out about it.
That's funny.
The story here that looks interesting. So yes, the ramen shop in Okinawa, which is Japan, bans Japanese customers due to poor manners. So they're only accepting foreign customers. So they must be a touristy place, right? I don't know. And shocker, there's been a decline in business at this place.
I don't understand. So this is a Japanese restaurant?
Yes.
And they're banning Japanese people?
Yes.
Is this...
Bad business.
Are the owners Japanese?
42-year-old manager Menya Yayama. I mean, I don't want to make assumptions, but there's a chance.
No.
Oh, okay.
Menya Yayama is the name of the restaurant. The owner's name is Akiya Arima.
Kiyorima. Okay, yes, I misread the commas in that sentence, so that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they stopped from July to September. So I think this was either a test run or this place gets touristy in those 2 months. Either way, a bad idea.
I don't even... Their Facebook messages from July to September, we will stop accepting Japanese customers and are only open for foreign customers. If you are Japanese but live abroad, please show us your ID. This is great marketing. In 2 weeks,
right,
they're going to be like, we made a huge mistake. We open all our doors. We love Japan. Please come try our ramen.
Our yamen.
Hey, you can't make fun of me when I misspeak on ours.
I was saying yaman.
Yeah.
Imagine how long...
Hold on. Did you get to this quote?
No.
About the decline in business since they started banning all the Japanese customers in Japan?
I just read decline in business, and I was like, I can't even read the next sentence because...
There are no customers at all. The manager told JCast News. Yesterday, I only had 2 people. As expected, many have complained about the policy. What an idiot. I think it's actually good marketing.
How long could a bar... Well, let's go back to Dallas, which... Dallas isn't Texas, but people just know it as the city in Texas.
Yeah, we're big fans of Dallas because the ticket is nice to me. P1 listener.
How long could a bar stay open if they said, "Hey, we're no longer serving Americans"?
This is going to happen at some hipster, trendy bar in New York City.
Yeah,
it's going.
Oh yes, someone in Brooklyn is going to say this is genius. And it's gonna they'll have 2 nights that are all like they'll actually do it. And there'll be so many culture people, and then it'll be like, dude, I snuck in. I'm from Michigan.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Can you believe they let me in to buy their $20 drinks?
You're proving the point of why this is a great business decision. If there's a bar in New York City,
I don't know if it'll work in Japan. We're talking hipster Brooklyn.
Yeah, if there was a bar in New York City and it was like an Irish bar and they were like, you're only allowed in if you're from Ireland, bring you a birth certificate at the door, I think you get a lot of Irish people.
Oh, yeah.
That are like, yes! Hell yes! And then you get some people trying to fake accents, so I'm kind of on the side. All right, this next news story is a little befuddling, Jake. The cops are telling people in Tennessee to stop flushing their meth down the toilet. If you're a meth head, what's your response? So you want me to do it? Because that's illegal. You want me to hand it in to you guys? Because then I'll get arrested.
Right.
It seems like we should be promoting meth flushing.
I wonder, are there like safe There has to be. Like, if you have meth and you don't want it.
No way, dude.
Like, there's not, like, a place
If
where you're like...
You're a meth head.
What if I'm not? What if I just found a bunch of meth?
Hands up. Walk away.
You don't even put your hands on it?
Is that glass on the ground? I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a meth head and the cops say, hey, we've invented a safe place for you to get rid of your meth, you'd have to be the dumbest fucking person in the world.
If I find meth, what do I do?
Good Google. Good Google. Yeah, so, I don't know. It seems like I know that we care about the alligators, but I care about humans. I'm humans above alligators. And if we get some humans to stop doing meth and alligators get run off meth,
right?
I think I take that trade.
Ooh.
And I'm just trying to be pro-human here.
Meth alligators, I don't know. That just seems like...
They're not doing meth. They're just getting a little runoff, secondhand meth.
Because then you get the one gator that does way too much, and he's out of control, and he makes a problem for all the other meth gators.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It hasn't even happened yet. They're just scared that it might happen.
Preemptive strike.
No. They've had enough methed up animals the past few weeks without our help.
So the problem is what you do is you put it in a box, you put your address on it, and you send it to a friend who's not in Florida, and they can flush it. Because this Vice article just told me to flush it. So take your meth, put your name and address on it, and send it out.
So the Vice article, like what to do. Dude, this is the cops aren't catching enough meth heads because they're flushing their meth, which is the best possible thing to do with meth. Don't use it. Don't give it to someone else. Don't turn it in because you'll get arrested. It's the best. I am so strong on flushing meth. This is a gotcha article. Police are like, we're not catching enough meth heads. They keep flushing their meth. We can't catch them that way. Yeah. Whoa. That's the biggest conspiracy theory. Speaking of not conspiracy theories, Brazilian shoppers discover cocaine in their washing powder.
Cocaine.
Some words you have to say. Cocaine, fun to say that. Coyote, always fun to say coyote instead of coyote.
Coyote. Oh, yeah.
Coyote.
Whoever invented coyote, I hope they weren't around, and they definitely weren't, when the first person said coyote. Because they would have dropped such a hard, sad F-bomb. God damn it.
What's wrong?
Coyote.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's the best.
Why did I say coyote?
Yeah.
They were so mad at themselves.
Bacon Steak to Go asked if we read our articles from The Onion, which is a good question. And I think we've been duped before because we don't really care. But this one was from CNN.com about the meth. And they're usually real websites. Houston Chronicle we got today. But yeah, conversation's more important than the real news sometimes. But we try for them to be real news. If I suspect that to be fake, we
try to snuff them out. I mean, technically that meth thing could be fake news because like it hasn't happened yet, and I mean it's as clickbait as it can get.
CNN.com though.
I know.
Wow.
I mean they're in the game.
Everyone's in the game.
Everyone's in the game.
Yeah. Are we at the point, Jake?
I think. What do you got on time?
55 minutes. We're there.
Big day. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're way there.
Holy smoke.
We got a good app.
Bet of the day.
It's the bet of the day. Bet of the day. Bet of the day.
Jakey made a big mistake because they scored runs in the Padres-Marlins game.
Jakey made a huge...
In the 15 baseball games yesterday, 12 of them actually went over. So it was a big day for the over and a bad day to bet the under.
I checked that last night when I got into bed. I was
So
like,
many overs,
I wonder what the Marlins... Marlins Pods game was. Oh, because I listened to our episode before I went to sleep last night. I don't know why. I was clearing my podcast out.
Sure.
And I saw that both teams, the losing team almost hit the over themselves. They scored 7 runs.
Yeah.
So I'm on the right side of history on that one yesterday. Jake made, quite simply, an embarrassing mistake.
It was a bad bet. It was an over fest yesterday. Life's too short to not bet the over, so that was my bad. And so what am I going to do, Jim? You know one of my favorite things to do. We're in the arena, baby. We can affect our bet.
Oh, this scares
you hate
me.
This, which I love.
But the last time
Jimmy,
the last time you bet the Yankee game that we went to,
yeah,
we got it right and the Yankees won. So.
And Jim, unfortunately, I do have free money for us, and I don't know if this is going to excite you or not. James.
Yeah.
The over/under in this game is 9.5.
Well,
and it's Herman versus Yanni. Who Yanni's been really good against us, and Domingo's back. I'm going the under. Because life's too short to bet the over.
Okay.
Opposite phrase.
First off, I did this all wrong on my thing. I put yesterday's bet as last Friday because we skipped so many days. So I'm just doing some tidying up here, okay?
Sure.
But now I'm ready. So, Yankees hosting the Rays. Over/under is 9 flat.
9.5.
9.5. We had a push. Right? At 9 in the first game of the set. Yesterday, the final score was 8-4.
Over.
12 goes over.
8-3.
8-3. Jake, I'm glad you didn't do win or lose. I'm very happy you didn't do win or lose. That was smart of you. Why is it 9.5?
It's way too high. Ottavino and Canely are full rest. Britton pitched last night, but he likes to pitch. Chapman took the day off.
Maybe they're thinking Voit, Gary, and Didi just got hot.
They just got hot.
Edwin's on fire.
It's a very Yankees way to look at it. Yanni's been pretty good. I just think they missed. And dude, this has been, if you take away, which dude, the Rays were very close to getting out of that inning. / shouldn't have used that guy against Judge or anyone else he faced after.
All right.
It's been playoff baseball.
Yeah. All right. Jake is taking the under. I am taking Jakey. About to make a big mistakey.
Wow.
I'm hammering bullpen runs at the end of the game to slightly get over, just like yesterday.
Okay.
I think we end up like a 6-4 game.
Okay.
It's
be slightly over. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this conversation we may have again on the pregame show if we do one of those. We're gonna be at the stadium. All right. Rich George. And I always want to say poor George brother, and I don't
want to say that.
He probably hates it.
I said congrats because okay, George, good job.
He just came, so damn it, I just found this channel, so
damn it.
Sorry that happened to you as we're leaving. Subscribe. We'll be back here. Well, actually, Jake, are we gonna do once a week on the other channel? Because now we're only doing this 3 times a week.
Yeah, there should still be an ep of the week on the Jomboy Media.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and get clips on this channel. So maybe what story did we do? Maybe we have a vote. Maybe you guys. Hey, this news story. You guys should make your big clip. If anyone wants to be the person to send us in.
Saved by the Bell stuff was really good.
I think the meth talk was really informative.
Meth was strong.
Yeah,
usually is.
Wow, I did weak meth once.
Not true.
It was so weak. I think it was really
meth.
It was Jolly Rancher.
Problem.
Yeah, crushed up Jolly Rancher.
You had a strong Jolly Rancher once.
It was weak meth.
It's a strong Jolly Rancher, and it was not meth.
Not at all. So weak.
But if it's not at all, then it's not at all.
Wow.
Yogi.
I got handed to it by this guy, and he might have had something on his fingers.
Nope.
Yeah.
Poop.
I picked it out of a creek, and
Our
we know.
gracious host.
Who's that?
Fight song. Did not wash his hands properly after leaving the bathroom.
I gotta fix the soundboard.
Yeah, for sure.
Friends forever. All right, see you guys. Thank you for listening.